Welcome to Chapter 9 of The Rat Father. I actually have a different edition right now. This is one of the earlier editions that still have some of the illustrations that my mother did. Chapter 9 is called Run Away. So let's get started. That day we started scrambling to get ready for our Friday performance. Mouse tailors sewed and nibbled out patterns for our performers' costumes. They were fitted and refitted under Fleur's discerning eye. The rafters of the White Tower were abuzz with groups practicing their skits. Hugin's secretary, Rojas, found me assisting our tumblers with their pyramid. He gave me a list of questions from Hugin and then asked, "Think we'll be ready?" I smiled as I penciled in answers. "We're ready now. We're just cleaning up the acts, giving them a final polish." "I wish I had a bigger part in the show," he said. I told him, "You stick with Hugin and she'll teach you the ropes." That'll take forever." "Only if you let it take forever. I bet you a whole candied orange peel that you will be able to contribute to a skit by the time we form the next show." "Really? You think so?" I spread my paws wide and shrugged. Rojas grinned. He fluttered away with his list of questions in one claw and his trusty pencil in the other. I turned back to the pyramid of squirrels and mice. Munin landed beside me. "Bern! Just the rat I wanted to speak to." Behind her, a frantic barking echoed through the chapel. Rey streaked past me, his ears laid flat for speed. "Run!" The performers scattered and hid. Rough and Tumble dropped their tools and ran to stand behind me. Munin placed her wing on my shoulder to steady me. If I had been alone, I would have turned and run, but I was leading this circus, so I had to face whatever came my way. At the moment, it was a wiggling black and white form wearing a green and white striped sweater. It worked its way through the chapel, it snuffled and huffed toward us, then sat on its haunches and howled. "Ow! Where is everyone? Ow!" Munin called out, "Here, my friend." The Boston Terrier found us. After giving us a deep sniff, he nodded and plopped on the floor with his back legs splayed open. His tongue lolled out the side of his mouth like a pink spoon. He panted non-stop. Rough and Tumble returned to their tools and got back to work, but still kept an eye on us. I patted the dog's shoulder and looked to Munin for explanation. She shrugged. "He's not an elephant, but he's big compared to you. I thought he might add something to the mice act." "Where did you find him?" "Oh, I believe he's the dog that Jake got the doggles from." "Wasn't he wearing a skirt?" The terrier barked twice. "That sweater day. I only have to wear skirts on Monday. My owner says cheers her up for the week." "How do you feel about it?" I asked him. "Meh," he shrugged. "She feeds me well, and the clothes don't itch that bad. It's the shoes I hate." "Well, if you don't need the food, why join the performance?" I asked. The terrier scratched his ears, sniffed his foot, and said, "It's a laugh, isn't it? Why not?" I threw my paws in the air. "We're going to have to consider using that for our motto. Why not? It's a laugh, isn't it?" Munin chuckled. "Might as well use it. Plenty of established philosophies and religions use it as a starting point. It's practically Zen." "Really? Wow," I answered. I had no idea what she just said. Who was Zen? I turned to the terrier. "What's your name?" "Roman." "Well, Roman, let's see what you can do." He slapped his front paws together and barked. He stood on his back legs and walked forward. He got within inches of me, then winked at me with one of his big bug eyes. He hopped onto his front legs, turning with delicate mincing steps, and then walked away on his front legs. The tumbler and clowns emerged from their hiding places and watched Roman's antics. A few started clapping. He earned a few hoots and whistles when he hopped on the back of a pew and ran along a narrow back. He leapt to the floor and did a series of loops and circles. He finished with a flourish and a bow. The mice crawled over each other with excitement. I clapped my paws together to get everyone's attention. "Let's welcome our new tumbling brother, the foundation of our pyramid, Roman." The performers gave a loud cheer and surrounded Roman. He wiggled his behind with doggy excitement. Dan stepped back from the others and stared hard at Roman. He said, "Hey, weren't you wearing a skirt the last time I saw you?" I answered for Roman, "Mondays are skirt days. Today is sweater day." "Oh," said Dan. "What's Friday?" Roman sighed. "Hat day." We brainstormed working Roman's skills in the act. A brightly painted squirrel clown clung to his back while he ran in circles. 3 mice formed a pyramid on his skull while he balanced on his front paws and lifted his back legs into the air. We added on to the act until everyone loved it. We ran through their act a few more times before I dismissed them. I disentangled myself from all the creatures clamoring at me with questions and escaped out a window to the roof. Fleur landed beside me. She offered me a sunflower seed from the half-full seed bag she had clinched in her claw. "Are you excited?" she asked. "More nervous than excited." "Did Munin find you?" Yes. Roman is amazing. This show has a life of its own." "Well, don't let it get too big or it won't be fun anymore." I cracked a seed between my front teeth. We munched in silence and stared at clouds in the sky. Rey came out and lay beside us. I handed him the bag. He took a pawful. We cracked seeds and chewed together. He patted my side and asked me, "How's the leg, old man?" I shrugged. "It twinges sometimes when I land. Nothing big." Rey chewed for a moment. "Will you be able to do Friday's leap with a gimpy leg?" I stared at him. "The car is doing the leap. All I have to do is land." "On that leg." "Not really. Munin rigged up a handbrake in the car, so I'll be using this front paw." I waggled it at him. "Not my leg. Besides, Hugin says the leg is loads better. It will be fine." Rey nodded. "Okay, Bern. But you know, if you ever need me at the last moment to take over, I will. I'm here for you." "Rey?" "Yes, Bern." "I'm doing the jump. You'll get your turn, but this one is mine." Okay. It's all good. I was just offering." "Okay, just so you know." "All right, yes, I know." "Okay, good. But, no." Fleur rustled her wings, then asked, "Have you ever broken up a cloud with the power of your mind?" Rey sat up. "You what?" Fleur laughed. "Watch," she said. She peered at a passing cloud, a fat, fluffy, cumulus cloud that looked like a rubber ducky. She narrowed her eyes and lengthened her neck. A hole appeared in the middle of the cloud. Rey made an excited squeak. I found myself believing she was breaking up the cloud. She squeezed her eyes shut, then shook her head before returning her gaze to the cloud. She ruffled her feathers with a loud squawk. The hole got bigger. Rey clapped his paws together. I sat up. She turned away from the cloud and spread her tail feathers in a black silk fan. She raised her wingtips, spun to face the cloud, and yelled, "Be gone!" The hole spread and split the cloud in half. In a moment, it was little white wisps that disappeared like frost in the sun. Rey gave a low whistle. Fleur curtsied as we clapped. Rey leaned forward. "Show me," he said. Fleur patted the wall beside her. Rey jumped up and took his serious pose with his tail wrapped over his front feet. She whispered and pointed at a nearby cloud. Rey settled even further into a ball of concentration. I nibbled the edge of a seed and watched. Fleur cajoled, counseled, and cheered Rey on. He stared so hard at his chosen cloud that he trembled. I turned my gaze to said cloud, which now had a widening hole in the center. The cloud didn't disperse, but a good third broke away and the rest fled to the east. Rey hooted with victory. "I'm going to go show Dan," he said. "He'll love this." We watched him scamper back through the window. Fleur poked me. "You want to try?" Yeah, no thanks. I get why you did that with Rey, but I don't need a confidence trick. I don't believe in him." "Oh, Bern, why do you persist in being an old toad?" "Look, I don't have to have a positive mindset to get something done in life. I refuse to be chirpy. There is a difference between not being chirpy and just plain rude. Oh, all right. Teach me to destroy clouds. By all means, activate my hidden powers. She narrowed her eyes. I wonder if she was going to thump me for being short with her. I waved my paws in the air. Sorry. Please teach me. She huffed and pointed at a nearby cloud. I exhaled and focused, a hole appearing of where I was staring. I found myself blowing air through my puffed cheeks, as if it would widen the hole in the cloud. The hole got bigger. I flexed my ears and focused. The cloud wobbled and split apart. Fleur whooped and slapped my back. Cloud assassin, she told me. I am embarrassed to report I did feel a flush of pride. I had flung my will to the heavens and split a cloud to bits. It felt powerful. Fleur grinned and poked me in the side with her beak. Feel better? She asked. Strangely enough, yes. I swear, Bern, why do you only see rain? You never see the rainbow. I see rainbows all the time. Every time I look at you, as a matter of fact. I wanted to take the words back as soon as they left my muzzle. Fleur looked at me with her beak hanging open. I was going to explain that I meant I saw rainbows reflected in the sheen on her black as feathers. I was so embarrassed I couldn't think. I didn't get a chance to explain. Rey came running up to drag me away. Hugin wanted to discuss equipment logistics, how we were going to set up and break down before and after the show. I let myself be led away and left my unexpected burst of honesty unexplained. Rey laughed at my shell-shocked expression. Finally confess your undying love to Fleur, have you? No, I said. Rey just laughed at me again. I wish I had looked behind us. I might have seen a shadowy figure peering at us. I had no way of knowing we had been watched for weeks. Our every move had been reported back to the poplar tree security. I found out later. There were some dangerous animals that were not happy with us, and I was too naive to even imagine why they would care, or that they would plan to stop us, or even how they would try. I found out. Boy, did I find out. Well, that was Chapter 9. The next one will be Chapter 10, Slipknot and a Betrayal. Stay tuned. And thank you so much for watching. You can like my author page at Goodreads, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and like Aunt Dada on Facebook. And you can actually buy the book if you want to read ahead on Amazon.com. It's the one with the black cover. All right? The Rat Father, a story of tooth and tail. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye.